The Eco House is another ongoing project from the Green Corridor.
The Eco House is a typical, I would suggest, 1930s, 40s frame building that's located on the University of Windsor campus and is quite close, you might say, to the heart of the campus. And it's a location where projects of various kinds get acted upon.
The Eco House is a building which was given to Green Corridor for their own use. We've had several projects which revolve around it. Right now we're kind of in the process of trying to turn it into like a meeting place and an example of ecological living. It is an older house, so we are having some difficulties with it, but we're doing the best that we can to try and get everything going. The purpose of the Eco House, again, is to provide a meeting place for like-minded people. We do have the Broken City Lab, which uses that area, and the Border City Bookmobile uses it as well. For right now, it is a vacant building, but our future goals are to make it a place that people can come and go as they want.
The Eco House is currently being used for a collaborative studio space and as well as a workspace for some of the Green Corridor projects. Specifically, Broken City Lab has been in there for about the last year, and we use one of the front rooms, actually probably the living room, as a kind of a big studio think space. And it's really conducive to that because it's sort of this interesting setting where rather than being in like a big white room, you're kind of in this scaled down sort of almost like family style setting. And because it's so close to campus, it allows a different type of interaction than being like holed up in the LaBelle building or even in an off-site studio.
One of the projects currently happening at the Eco House is the window farm. This is a low-maintenance farm that can grow plants by your window.
Window farm is it's like a farm that you can have like right at your window. You can grow plants, and what a window farm does is actually it saves you a lot of space where you have big plants and you can have little plants in the window. And in the window farm you have mainly it has a reservoir. It water the plants on its own. You don't have to go and water them. What happens in the reservoir, there's water sitting. It's at the bottom, and it filters with the pump, with like a fish tank pump. It filters it, and then it feeds the plants from top of the one bottle. It goes to the second bottle, third bottle, fourth bottle. You can have 4 or 5 different columns of bottles, and you have in each bottle you have your plant sitting with the hydroponic soil. It's like a soil. But it looks like some type of a fur, but it's actually is a soil. Once it's grown, it has roots, and it works just like a soil.
Another project is the heater made of pop cans that can produce the same amount of energy as a small 1 kilowatt of power. It is the same as buying one $20 to $40 heater.
Well, the pop can solar here, I got the idea from watching a TV show. And my first impression was it's something great and it could be very useful at the same time. The PopCam solar here can be placed outdoor. I suggest to place it on the roof because that's where you get most of the sunlight. But you can also attach it to the side of your house, or you can place it even in your back or front yard. The whole purpose is to reduce the load on your furnace, and hopefully in turn reduces your heating costs in the wintertime. It harnesses the energy from the sun, or captures the energy from the sun, and then air is passed through the heater, and then before it gets into the house, so that it warms. So the heater basically warms up the air and then circulate into the house.
The PopCan heater will be placed on the roof of the greenhouse, which will be located at the Eco House lot.
Okay, the purpose of the greenhouse is to work with Jennifer Willette and the Green Corridor. It's going to be to grow plants in the off season, so like when it's cold out in the winter and autumn. And it's also going to be used as a classroom and a studio setting. The greenhouse is going to be located at the Eco House. It's going to be either attached to the Eco House as a lean-to greenhouse or in the center of the lot, which is directly beside the Eco House.
The purpose of the lot is we want to show people that you can do gardening and you don't have to use flowers that don't come from the area. Like, you can use what you have in the area and help the local population of foliage and plants to thrive in that way, and you can also do it in a way that doesn't harm the environment with the use of like chemicals and things like that.
The projects surrounding the Eco House are far from being over. The students are continuing to develop new eco-friendly ideas to display to the Windsor community.